friend.
Hey, friend, what you call us in here for? I gotta go to work.
Yeah, friend, what's going on? Hey, Josh.
Whatever.
Why'd you bring this man?
Yeah, somebody sick or...
Right.
Guys, nobody is sick. Josh and I just have to tell y'all something.
You finally breaking up with this bum? It's
Oh,
about
time.
Finally, you seen the light.
No.
Oh.
We're having another baby.
Oh, my God.
Really, Kaima, what happened to protection?
Right. I can't keep defending you,
Kaima, you cannot be serious. We had plans.
You get pregnant every year. This
I
is
love
annoying.
all your kids, boo, but starting a soccer team is crazy.
How could you give this Big Mac another baby?
What happened to Cozumel 2025?
Exactly. Like,
We
mad
supposed to be on
selfish,
vacation
like-
next
Same
year.
reason
she missed Jamaica 2024, Miami 2023, and Bed-Stuy 2022. You mad
No,
selfish.
she really missed out on that trip to Bed-Stuy.
And Flatbush, too.
Kaima,
we were supposed to drink. Like,
you keep giving this man
kids.
kids and no ring. Like, I'm so tired of babysitting your kids, bro. Like, I love DJ and all them, but I can't keep
Them
doing
tax
this.
checks
like,
is never
I
that
know
serious.
your mama is tired of hosting gender reveals in her backyard.
Okay, but I thought y'all was supposed to be my friends. Like,
Clearly, you're replacing your friends with a football team. Kaima, we only just saying this because we love you. You know what? Her mama do be making the best baby shower meatballs. I'm not gonna lie. No, for real. The way she be putting them jelly with them meatballs.
And before I let go in the
Don't forget the
background,
electric
I'm not even gonna
slices.
sit here.
You could have still gave him the equipment. Like, at least, like, let him say it was broken or something. Why would you send him out there with nothing? At least give me the illusion that he isn't murder people. Right hand is on the trigger, left hand is in his fucking pocket. And you want me to believe that this man is doing regular shit right in Turkey? It can't be that fucking serious. It is just a medal. Swear to God, where did you find this man? Did you pull him straight from prison? It was like, brother, I got an idea for you. What? Like, you could have still gave him the equipment. Look how out of place this motherfucker looks. And look how much more calm he looks in his ass. He is somebody that's in an arena full of thousands of people. He is somebody that got booked for $5,000. I just don't believe that is a law-abiding citizen with that pew-pew in his hands. I'm sorry. I'm not going to believe it. If he is a regular person, watch his ass. All right? If we see his face on the news later, we knew what happened. Talk about a silver medal. I don't think he could have left that building without a medal. If you were the judges, would you feel comfortable if he left the building without a medal? At least with something to show for what he did? No. You would be terrified out of your fucking mind. You would be walking out that bitch like you're the president. With all types of security guards, shields, all type of shit. Can somebody hide LeBron? Please? Like, somebody hide the whole team. There is a dangerous man in the village right now. Hide LeBron. Fuck a gold medal. Hide him. Hide LeBron. Right now.
Y'all know what kind of tray this is?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Do you have anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Keep worshiping me. Let the show go on.
Let the show go on, baby.
I'm a fan favorite. My only skill is to entertain.
If it look like you can fit it, bitch, you better go and get it. If it look like you can fit it, bitch, you better get up in it. If it look like you can fit it, bitch, you better go and spin it. And it look like you can fit it, so you better go and get it. Baba, 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 go and get it. Baba, 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 baba.
Off the strength, I'm not even lying. Like, when I hear a non-black person say, oh, I grew up in the hood, so this is this and this and that, racist, anti-black, don't care about it. How the fuck you grew up in the hood? All people in the hood don't act the same. I know motherfuckers from the trenches of Southeast talk proper as hell because they're articulate. They read a lot of books. They pronunciate their words properly. Like, that's why when they say that shit, racist, anti-black is shit. Instead of just saying, I grew up around black people, I'm really influenced. If people, I'm trying to tell you, if these people was not racist or anti-black, they would respect you because they grew up with you. They respect you. They don't respect us. No shade. They don't respect us.
Tiffany Haddish is Amy Schumer in blackface. And I'm not going to explain how I came up with that, but just know. Thank you.
The craziest thing about Chris Brown apologists to me is that they're always like, okay, but Rihanna forgave him. Why are you getting involved? Why do you still care? Blah, 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 blah. Like, he doesn't have allegations going all the way up to, like, 2020. I mean, on one hand, just because Rihanna forgave him doesn't mean that I have to, because just because she, as the victim, has since moved on doesn't mean I have to forgive him for the abusive person that he is. I mean, I still have friends who hold grudges against exes of mine long after I've forgiven and forgotten. Because just because I found my peace in forgiveness doesn't mean that it's all water under the bridge or that they've forgotten and moved on. But beyond that, that man has 20 more allegations at least since 2009, including things like assault, SA, grape, you name it, he's done it. I mean, Karrueche had to get a restraining order against him. He got in a fight with Frank Ocean. He's laid his hands on everybody from fans to photographers. The man is a menace. And yet, every time I talk about Chris Brown, people come out the woodwork talking about Rihanna forgave him. You need to move on. You need to let it go. He's a better man since he had kids. He's not a better man. He showed you who he is like 20 different times. Y'all just have an unnatural allegiance to somebody who hasn't put out a good song in about a decade.
Remind ya, I'm kinda down my vagina.
When attempting to combat the corruption within the Black church, out of frustration, we often flee to its opposite, not recognizing that we have misconstrued the corruption within the Black church with the Black church itself. And in doing so, we often find ourselves playing the same game under a different name. Throughout history, those who have changed anything have not been the people who hate it, but rather those who love it so much they refuse to let it turn into the very thing it was built to stand against. Reject the notion that this place is the problem or that person is the problem. The problem is the problem. That's just what's holding it. And it won't change until you fix it.
What? I'm black? I thought I was just tan! Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Toodles! This is giving very much joy. Very much joy from inside out. And I love it. I'm not mad.
Welcome back to Mediterranean Madness, a series where I'll be showing you how to make some of the best dishes from the Mediterranean. This is part 3, and today we're taking a trip to Palestine. Let's make some arrayas.
حتى بساط المسجد وبع الكنيسة فهي من
That's a big fucking dick. Running through the woods. It's running through the motherfucking woods. Running through the woods. It's running through the motherfucking woods. Say my period.
How come when white people move somewhere, it's called colonization?
'Cause you are not welcome. Do you mind moving back?
Did you guys see the thing where some white guy was basically saying that he can't stand black people because apparently we smell aggressively like soap? This man really said they smell like they wash every single crevice and I can't stand it. Like, what? Are you okay? If he said that we sprayed too much perfume on or something, like, I would totally understand. Like, yeah, an overpowering perfume scent. But bro basically said we smell too clean. Like, what? Can you imagine him around all of his little racist friends and they're like talking about like all the reasons that black people are so annoying, and he's just like, oh God, it's just, you know what I can't stand? What, Todd? What can't you stand about them? Their smell. Yeah, like hopelessness and Mary Jane, right? No, not that. No? Then what do they smell like? Freaking lavender, man. I can't stand that. Anyway, this is my favorite soap to smell aggressively like, so what's yours?
These sound effects that you have, where do they come from?
Someday. I'm watching South Central Baddies and this girl talking about, oh, Mace don't work on me. What you mean Mace don't work on you? The fuck? The fuck?
He is a liar, as you say?
Well, absolutely.
Why did you work for him?
Savannah, slow down. I'm going to ask your question. Don't worry, I'm here. I've got all the time.
Yeah, no, but
So you don't have to ask.
As a reminder, no matter who is in office, the President of the United States, by nature, is an immoral job. By nature, they either are or will become a war criminal, because that is the job of the president. The president of the United States is the cop of the world, and no matter what, it's bad. So if our third party candidate magically wins, it's like they're going into a job. They are going to be handed the US military. Even if we had someone who was like moderate with their military spending, even if we had someone who was like trying to get out of all these places, like even if we had that, still, by nature, the president of the United States is in charge of the US military. Keep thinking that there are things that we can do to participate in systems that are bad and be moral. No matter what we do, we are immoral. We are complicit. The phone I'm talking on, the car I'm driving, all of this has been made in unethical ways. We have to work with what we have right now. Like, we're not gonna pull morality out of thin air. I don't live in a state where I get to sit home on election day. The truth is, a lot of people in this state that look like me, our government makes it difficult for them to vote. So it's like, I have to show up. This has been one of those moments where I'm like, I want to hear older voices right now. I want to hear perspectives from people who have lived more life than us.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Dance.
You guys accept DeQuavius pork pie? DeQuavius pork pie? Can I try it? I know you know the method, but trust me. It works every time. DeQuavius pork pie. It works every time.
If you're a home gardener but you're also broke, I'm going to show you a free way to get extra nitrogen to your plants. For reference, nitrogen is one of the most important nutrients for plant growth. It is responsible for getting all of the nutrients from the roots to the plant. If you can't tell already, the free resource I was talking about are grass clippings. There are grass lawns everywhere. If you can't find grass outside of your own home, a family member or a friend probably has some. I'm using this machine here to make it a little bit quicker and easier to pick them all up. You can certainly use a rake. That'll just take a little bit longer. There's so many things you can do with these clippings once you have them. You can either make like a compost tea, placing the grass clippings, some leaf mold, as well as some water in a container and letting it ferment for a few days. Or if you're not scared of the seeds replanting itself, you could just use this straight up on top as like a mulch. The last way is my favorite because it helps amend clay or like sandy soil. That is just digging and placing it right in the soil.
When I do a show, I try my best to avoid backstage drama because to me it's like we're theater kids, performers, actors. So let's just save the drama for the stage, you know?
So last night as the DNC was ending, there were pro-Palestinian protesters outside as people were exiting the DNC venue. And they were reading the names of dead Palestinian children out loud, what sounded like a megaphone, as people were leaving the venue. And there was a wave of adults, people who would tell you that the Republican Party is the spawn of Satan and that they are the good guys, reacted like this as they were leaving the venue and as the names of dead children were being read aloud. I don't know, man. Sometimes it feels like these aren't the good guys either. And this coyote was the icing on the cake, literally laughing and mocking the protesters as they were reading these names aloud. This was some of the most dystopian behavior that I couldn't have fathomed seeing this. Like, leave the venue, walk out with your head down, put some headphones in, pretend you're on the phone. But this?
No! I can feel the frontal lobe developing! Ah! I want to go back to being stupid!
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. My girlfriend cooks crack in the kitchen on our stove.
Yeah,
in fact, we have drugs in every part of our home. I don't care who knows it, I'ma put it in a song where I explain the details of this crime we're on.
Okay, we get it.
No, you don't get it. We sell illegal substances distributed by me and this girl I know. Squaw! In the following verses, I'll explain the process as a whole. And if the FBI is listening, here's the address to our home.
Oh God, I hope this doesn't get him in trouble one day. This is a banger, but I feel like this is gonna cause some issues.
I just want to wish a quick happy birthday to the realest person I know. Myself. Oh my gosh, nobody loves me like I do. This is a hard year. A lot of emotions. I almost forgot who I was a couple times. It's hard to remember your name when everywhere you go, the only thing they calling you is handsome. I don't know, y'all. This feeling like a year more arrogant, more outrageous, more fun. You know what I'm saying? God gonna just have to understand. I stuck for a lot. Amen. I need everything. I don't know who raised y'all, but coochie is not a birthday gift. It's a responsibility. Some of y'all done munched down on that same Junior Bacon cheeseburger 3 holidays in a row. You're getting finessed, brother. Now, on my part, the only things I want is a Dirty Sprite 2 vinyl tape. Also willing to accept freeing the guys, Congo, Palestine, or Sudan. I'll take all the above. If you can't offer me any of those things, we might have to reconsider my first statement. You know what I'm saying? Partial credit better than no credit, I guess.
You think the wind is ever trying to tell us something and we don't know how to hear it anymore?
Just want you to stop saying odd shit.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text police 610.
You're gay, you're gay, you're definitely gay. You're gay ultra, if that's even possible. Ma'am, you don't even love your husband because of how gay you are. You could kiss 100 boys, actually, you're gay at the end of the day.
I'm an ally to the LGBTQ plus community. If there's something you want to tell me, if there's something you want to get off your chest.
Want me to get on my Miami. Like JT coming, 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 rich, throw that money.
Just stay right here if you think you are human. And let's see if you are actually human. How does it feel when you see 5-year-old boy holding his 2-year-old sister walking around looking for food because they just lost their parents? What do you think about all these families? They get displaced from their home in the middle of the night. What do you think about the United Nations reaction? Why they are not helping these refugees? And what is your role in this? What you are doing here? Did you watch videos about Sudan? Did you educate yourself about what is going on? Please, guys, Sudanese people need your help. Be the voice of the voiceless. Talk about Sudanese refugees.
Each chili pepper I grow that turns red is a pepper I'm happy to see. That is why, as ever, I'm glowing again, as this one grows beautifully. I think Peter Piper's profession was perfect, and he spent his days full of glee. If his pickled peck brought him just a speck of the happiness this plant brings me.
Soldier boy, tell him, hey, I got this new dance for you. It's called a soldier boy. You just gotta punch and crank back 3 times from left to right. Soldier boy, I've in oh, watch me crank it, watch me roll. Watch me crank that soldier boy. It's Superman that oh, now watch me you crank that soldier, watch me you crank that soldier, watch me you crank that soldier, watch me you.
After all, computers crash, people die, relationships fall apart. The best we can do is breathe and reboot.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you.
Hey, kid, how much sugar do I add to the recipe? Kiddo, how much? What does the recipe say?
He can't read.
Why not?
Because he's 4.
For what?
Years old. So 4-year-olds can read.
But he can talk.
Yeah.
So how does he know how to talk if he can't read?
Because his mom tells him, like, words and stuff.
Well, I'm just telling him to tell me how much sugar is in the rest. These cookies are for him. They're not for me.
Yeah, and I understand that. But just because he possesses the ability to communicate that he wants cookies doesn't mean that he knows the recipe.
Nobody knows the fucking recipe, which is why I have the recipe sheet that I'm asking him to read to me so I can make cookies for him.
Okay, I just taking it from the top. He can't fucking read, and he probably doesn't even know what sugar is.
Then he shouldn't be having sugar if he doesn't even know what it is. If you shouldn't be able to smoke cigarettes if you don't know what tobacco is. I can't drink in this country until I'm 21, but he can have sugar at 4.
Sugar is a naturally occurring common thing.
Alcohol is a common thing. I've met your dad.
Have you met yours?
I have not. Unrelated.
I bet. came out of nowhere. But like I talked to him, he knows what animals are and colors, but he can't tell me what S-U-G-E-R is. Nobody can tell you what the fuck S-U-G-E-R is because it's S-U-G-A-R. So now we're getting technical.
The recipe for chocolate chip cookies consists of 3 cups of sugar, 2 sticks of butter, and you're gonna want to give it a mix.
summer was cool, not like us, we outside, sure. All that was fun. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get to the fall. Let's change the color of the leaves. Let's get the pumpkin patches, the pumpkin spice, hell, the turtlenecks, the scarves, drive-in movies, Halloween. Like, let's...
Not if I get there first. All right, Tom, drinks later? Okay. What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Did anybody see you? God. Put your throwback on before somebody sees you. Oh, come on. You know that's not true. Yeah, well, maybe if you look like the girls on Wayfair, I wouldn't have to. I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It's just this campaign. I didn't mean it. Soph, look at me. Nothing is going to change between us. You are my number one. You know that I would never. Not even the twins in the Oval Office. Do you forgive me?
Somebody on Twitter said, and I'm gonna add a few things to it. Somebody on Twitter said, y'all be missing out on bad bitches, and this is what I'm adding to it. Bad bitches and handsome ass niggas because y'all too busy being colorist. Now look at you laid up with somebody who looked like T.I.'s son. And he wasn't wrong. Y'all be missing out on some good looking motherfuckers and some bad bitches. All because you want to be colorist. Now look at you. Laid up with somebody who looked like a garlic knot. What the fuck?
I know she's a loser. How did you know? Me and the crew used to do her.
You know you doing that shit on purpose, baby. That pussy wetter than some water, let me serve it, baby. He don't like me, but his bitch love me. Got kicked out the house at 14, I was still thinking.
Wait till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come.
All right, let's change a tire. Now, most of you will never have to do this in your lifetimes because you're smart and you have a membership to a roadside assistance. But if you need to change a tire, I'm gonna show you how to do it. But remember, safety first. If you're in an unsafe situation, do not try this. Just wait for someone to help you. All right, here we go. Put your car in park, engage your emergency brake, and put your flashers on. Place a wedge underneath the tire that is not flat to stabilize the car. You'll need a wrench, a flathead screwdriver, and a car jack. And of course, your spare tire. If you have a hubcap, use a flathead screwdriver to remove it. Once the hubcap is removed, loosen the lug nuts on the hub, but don't fully remove them. Just loosen them for now. Locate the designated jacking port on the car and stick it in, baby. Make sure the jack is perpendicular and anchored on solid ground. Start jacking the car up to the height needed to remove the flat tire. Remove the lugs. Make sure you put them in a place you'll remember. Remove the flat tire and place it where the spare tire was. Adjust the car's height as needed to accommodate the spare tire. Align the lug nuts with the holes on the hub and tighten by hand. Lower the car and disengage the jack. Take your wrench and now fully tighten the lug nuts. Place the hubcap and gather your tools and put them back in the trunk. Well, okay, my sexy drivers, now you know how to change a tire. Kids, be safe on the roads, be nice to the other drivers, and let's burn rubber.